Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Panhard EBR 75FL10. It's the French Tier 8 premium light wheeled vehicle, and it's located on the north spawn of Minsk under the command of YoMamas. Now, he was kindly given a code by Salty Jedi, same as I was, and he's been testing it and trying it out. He's supplied me with this replay, which I think is very good. I have seen it already, so I know what he gets up to. But he actually does play this vehicle very well. And battle is about to start, and he's gone straight to launch control. Revs his engine up and releases the brake, and away he goes. Now you just hold down your brake, rev the engine, release the brake, and you shoot off at top speed, 80 kilometers an hour in 2 seconds flat. You can only do that 3 times again, unless you use the repair kit. Oh, almost turned the vehicle over. No, I think he's gone to standard mode now. Pretty sure he's gone to standard mode because he's manoeuvring much better. Oh, got fired at by the convoy. And he's with a batch at 12 ton, who is receiving fire from the enemy. He spotted an IS-3. Almost misses, almost hits the Batchat. And he was spotted. He's got 6 cents in this. Oh! Round came in there. One from the UDES has hit his wheel. You can see his wheel's gone wonky. He lost 247 hit points. And it is being repaired. But he has got a repair kit, a large one. I carry 2 repair kits on my EBR. That Batchat's taking a huge risk doing that at the moment. Okay, his wheel's repaired. Moving up and down. Was seen again. And an Arty round goes in there. I don't know if it hit anything. Oh, been spotted again. And somebody fired at him. And I think it was that 50 TP or the 53 TP further up there. Oh, I think the Batchat got hit there. Yeah, he did, and he's been killed. So he's the only one spotting on the centre line now, apart from the 50 TP on our team. Looks like, oh, bounced around from the 50 TP. He was very lucky there, 440 hit points. And the Tortoise has been hit, so he's picked up some spotting damage on the IS-3A and the Tortoise. He's already picked up 803 hit points to spotting. Now you can see, once it's actually in standard mode, all the wheels are down, which means it can turn and corner very quickly. And that makes it useful if you can't find an enemy vehicle. You can do a circle of death directly around them very, very quickly indeed, and there's not a lot they can do. The gun only has 2 rounds of ammo, 75mm, but it can do 175 alpha damage. And it's got fairly decent penetration with standard APCR, 175mm. Now he's still attracting fire. Everybody wants to kill this tank, and it's got quite a big, wide side profile, so it's fairly easy for the enemy to hit. It's just it moves very rapidly, and there's an IS-3 up there, being targeted by Arty. Oh, got some hit points, some spotting damage on the Tortoise. And the IS-3A was just taken out by the T-30. Oh, take a rather round from that UDES, and he's got a wonky wheel again. They just take a little while to repair, and it slows the vehicle down. And if you get hit in the EBR, it means that you're more than likely going to get more damage. And because everything that hits it will go straight through it, rather, I mean, apart from that round that came from the 50 TP, he was very lucky not to survive with no damage from that round. Because the armour is paper thin, it really is. So if the enemy hits you, they're more than likely going to badly damage you. And the tortoise has moved very close to the centre line now. You see him here weaving from side to side. It throws off the enemy shells when you do that. It doesn't always work. Got around into the Conqueror. 175 hit points. It's locked onto the Conqueror again. No, doesn't get any hits there. Actually, the penetration's 180 millimeters, not 175. Alpha damage 175. There's the tortoise. He's closer now. And the tortoise is attracting fire. Oh, he's got some spotting damage. And the tortoise is down to 78 hit points. He locks on, takes him out. First kill. Oh, the enemy just lost that Conqueror. Conway's moving up as well now. Coming up to the centre line. Oh, there's the 53 TP, and you see turns badly there, gets hit by the 50. That 50 ton, oh, missed him on another round. It's like he was dodging from side to side after being hit. Now, one of the things I found with the EBR is that you can drive around quite normally, standard mode, using the X key to switch between the different modes, and you can turn sharp corners with the wheels down, the centre wheels down in cruise. You can see that, just change course, no problem at all. But with those wheels up in cruise mode, it can actually be very difficult to turn sharp corners. You skid a lot, because basically the vehicle's just running on the tyres, not on those centre wheels. There's the Conway. Oh, he's finding him. Trying to escape. Now he's got some spotting damage there on the Conway. That's good. Well, scores are fairly even. They're one tank up at the moment. He's still in standard mode. All the wheels are down, but he's driving over to the west side of the map. And there's an IS-3 over here and an SU-130PM. Now I wonder if he's going to try and do a hit and run on them. Okay, he's gone to cruise mode, up to 80 miles an hour, 80 kilometers an hour, Robert. There's the IS-3. There's the SU-130. Okay, so he drove past them. I don't think he can get a shot on them, not without exposing himself to fire. There's that Scorpion. How many shots on that? And he's back in standard ordinary mode. Watching for any openings to hit the IS-3 or the SU-130 if they come out. They haven't. There's the Scorpion. Oh, you can see the Scorpion now. Good shots. Yes. One in. Fires the second one in, but doesn't get a hit. Pretty sure that Scorpion's a one shot now. Oh, misses. No, doesn't get that one either. Now he's gone to sprint mode, to cruise mode. Oh, he's rapidly rushing towards the enemy territory. Now, there are two tanks down now, so they do need to claw something back, and I think he's gone to Arty hunting. And the Object 257 says Arty travel. He said actually the EBR asked him if he could take care of the Arty, so I think that's what he's going to try and do now. Oh, almost connects with that rock. It's very fragile. You can flip the vehicle very easily if you run into something. And you saw that at the start of the battle. He's now looking for the enemy Arty. It's GW Tiger. There it is. Fires one round. Misses with the first one, but gets the second one in. I think he's going to try again. Reloading and fires two more, and both of them miss. You can see it is quite difficult sometimes for the EBR to connect if there's protection. Gets the second one in. He has to slow down to do it. Now, if the GW Tiger had been loaded, he might have been able to take out the EBR there. He had to slow down to make sure those shots went home. So he's got 2 kills now. But they're still down 2 enemy tanks. I think he's going to try and sneak up on that IS-3A. Oh, it's not, sorry, IS-3, because it's a standard one, and the SU-130. He's in standard mode, not sprint mode at the moment. And you can drive up that asphalt. Oh, there he is! Locks on, fires one in, pulls back before the 130 can return. If the 130 hits him with 1 round, he'd be dead immediately. And there's the IS-3. And he's just coming through the arch, pulls back before he can get shot. And he was thinking about it. He's only got 1 round left. Okay, he's opted for a reload. I think he's going to try and get the IS-3 from a different angle. Oh, he's going to creep up behind him. Try and catch him while he's in the tunnel. Locks onto his rear. No, unfortunately doesn't connect. And the SU-130 is just being killed. Our Conway got him. Now, can he get the IS-3? There's 4 enemy vehicles left, and the enemy's starting capping. And they've got 2 in the cap. And the IS-3 is the other side of that building. Oh, this is awkward. If he goes around the corner, the IS-3 might kill him. And he's in cruise mode at this moment, so he's turning corners very, very badly. So he's going to have to... He needs to get to the enemy, to the cap, quick, because he needs a reset, but he's having to drive around these buildings to avoid the IS-3. Now he's in sprint mode, in cruise mode. He's up to 80 kilometers now, but it's just too late. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. He's not going to get back to the cap in time. And there's an E75 between him and the cap. So there's no way he's going to get there. And they've capped out. Oh, that's a disappointing one there. The E75 was killed by the Conway, but there was no way he could get back to that cap in time. So it's a defeat. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And there's no classification for this one. He didn't get a 3rd class or a 2nd class or a 1st class tanker. All he managed to get was a 5 for effect. And that happened in one of my games as well, where that was all I earned. And the reason for that is the standard is now very, very high for the Panhard EBR. So if you're going to get or do well, you're really going to have to go some to get good results. But let's have a look and see what his score was. Well, when it came to damage, he did 1,107 hit points of damage, put him well down the table in the second, in the last third of his team. But when it came to kills, he managed to get 2 kills, and that put him in the top part. The high scorer was Conway. He got 3 kills. The T28 got 2, and so did YoMamas with the EBR. When it came to base XP, he was top of the table with 513, and most of that was down to the fact that he was doing a lot of spotting damage. Even with his reduced spotting range, he was spotting enemy tanks, and his team were actually putting shots into them. So if we have a look at the detailed report, we can see that he got 18 shots fired, 9 direct hits, 7 penetration, damage of 1,107 hit points, of which 357 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy. 2 of them were penetration, 2 non-penetration. Those ones went into the wheels. And one of them was a bounce round from that 50 TP, which is a huge bounce round. He also received 1 hit as a result of splash damage as well. He spotted 7 enemy tanks, damaged 5 of them, killed 2, and did 2,621 hit points of spotting assistance, and that's why his XP was so high. He, on a premium count, he earned 67,775 credits, got 33,888 for the holiday missions, and that brought up a total of 101,663. After repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 93,685. Even without the holiday ops, he would still be taking home about 60,000 credits, so not bad at all there. If we look at the XP, we can see he earned 769 and got 308 for completing the mission, 77 for it being a premium vehicle, so he took away 1,154. Even without the holiday ops, he still would have taken home about 850 experience points altogether, or 830. So pretty worthwhile battle. It's just a pity it was a loss, and that was really because the enemy managed to get 2 into the cap very, very quickly. And of course, the only way that he could get to the cap quickly was to go past that IS-3, and if he'd done that, I think he would have died very, very quickly as well, because the IS-3 would have taken him out the moment he spotted where he was. He would have locked on and fired a round in. So, unfortunate that it was a loss on this occasion, but we've got some more replays from YoMamas, and I'll show those as well so you can see exactly what it's like. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.